We are now recording, and I have a very special guest, Canadian country music rising star, Jaimey Hamilton. She's here today to talk about her passion for music, country music, being a 3-time cancer survivor, and also talk about her new single, Stompin Ground. Welcome to the show, Jaimey.
Thanks so much for having me, Christine.
I am delighted to have you, and I would like to know, when did you, well, congratulations on your new single, by the way.
Thank you.
And is it about your background, like at your cabin? Is that correct?
Yeah, totally. So I actually wrote this tune back in 2017, and it's kind of one of those songs where I had in my back pocket. I wanted it just kind of kept it. I wanted to release it at a time that felt right, and this year just kind of felt like the year to do that. For as long as I can remember, my family and I, we've spent time up at our lake cabin. So we have a cabin just on Cowichan Lake, which is in BC, and I just have the best memories there growing up, so I wanted to write a song about that.
Well, the video looks so much fun with family, friends, and you're having fun on the water, and it's just like, I just love the name, Stompin Ground. It's like I can think of it going back to your childhood, right?
Yeah, right? Yeah, I kind of wanted to bring that sense of nostalgia, and as well as bring that visual to a music video, because it is quite a visual song that I'm, describing a place. So when I shot the video, I actually shot it at our cabin, so it's totally legit, I guess.
Oh, it's wonderful. And what's the feedback been like so far?
It's been great. I have a lot of really lovely friends and family around me who, they like to go up to spend their summers up at the lake too. So I feel like I have a lot of people that kind of like that lake time lifestyle, and people even just that like to listen and watch the video. So it's been awesome.
No, because you also have, and I listened to Save a Bar Stool for Me.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
And Parachute, where do you get your inspiration to write?
So it kind of comes from everywhere, really. For a while, music really is that outlet for me. So for Save a Bar Stool for Me, at that time, my grandpa had passed, and he had passed from cancer. So when he was sick, and there was a lot of people coming to visit, and that was when a lot of my family and I, we were, spending time with him. And there was a saying that a lot of people said. They would say, "Save a bar stool for me," because he's that kind of older generation, likes his whiskey and all of that. So I wanted to write a song that kind of was a tribute to him, and he just he was quite a cool man, and a lot of people looked up to him. So I really wanted to write a song about that, because I know a lot of people, loss is a part of life, unfortunately. So I wrote that with my friends Rich Cloak and Josh David, and they were such great songwriters, and they totally, when we went into that virtual room, because we did a Zoom song, right? They totally they understood what I was trying to say, and they were amazing, and they really made the song what it is today.
Well, it takes a team, right? And it's wonderful. I was gonna ask you, why country music?
So I feel like when I was younger, I always gravitated towards it, because if we stem, back to early days when I started playing guitar, I was 9 years old. And around that time, you can probably guess what artist was flourishing in country music. It was Taylor Swift. So I think at that time, it was really cool to just see an artist that not only was a huge country artist at the time, but also wrote all of her songs. And I think that was just so cool to see. But not only she was writing her own songs, but she was a female doing that, and I think that was so cool. Of course, getting into her music, I also started diving into other artists. I really liked, of course, Carrie Underwood. I love Miranda Lambert, more recently, I love artists like Casey Musgraves, Maya Morris, Haley Witters, all those. And they each tell a story in so many of their songs, and their songwriting is just, you just kind of, I don't know, dive into it. And I just love the storytelling of country music.
Yes, and it is like what you said, storytelling and making people feel inspired or to change their lives, and which leads to me to can you share with our viewers, like, and being a 3-time cancer survivor, was it the music, was your therapy, it healed you, and can you share?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, like I say, I spent a lot of time in the hospital at a young age. I was first diagnosed with leukemia when I was 5. I relapsed when I was 9, and then again at 12. So I did have to give up, sports, school, spending time with friends, which are a big part of your life when you're that age, right? So I found myself gravitating towards picking up my guitar more and bringing it into my hospital room. And that was kind of the one thing that I was up for and that stuck around for me. And, a couple times I had music therapists coming in and we would, strum our guitars together. And so I really found a passion for music because of that. And I think, slowly songwriting started coming into that. And that's how I got some of my feelings out and all that. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, the guitar's there and you learned to play at 9 years old, and then it became taking voice lessons, and and your voice is beautiful to survive. And, and so you found each other, it's like the guitar's there and it's coming to you and you're coming to it. And it's just like, it's a beautiful, beautiful way of saying, if I may, and it inspires others to follow. And, so, was it the first song, Survive, that you wrote? Is that correct? Or
so Survive was actually, so back in 2017.
Okay.
So it's around 2016, 2017. That was when I was granted a wish. So through the BC Children's Wish, or they were called Children's Wish BC at the time. Yes. And they granted me my wish. And my wish was to record a song in a professional studio. So that's when they found a producer, and his name is Adam Alexander. And he worked in Toronto at the time, and him and his co-writer had a song called Survive. And because I wasn't sure at that time, I was just like, I'll write my own song or sing a song, just whatever. I want to go in the studio. I want to do that. So it actually worked out that he had the song Survive. And, if you listen to it, it's really just what I was going through and what I felt like. And it kind of was one of those like, wow, like this is kind of meant to be. And so that was the first song that I put out, was Survive, and that was in 2017. And and then shortly after that I released my Parachute EP, and that's just a collection of songs that I continued working with that producer. And it's been great.
Yeah, and congratulations again, as a professional singer songwriter, like, can you tell us how much time you spend a day? Like, I mean, you like, or do you have a favorite place that you like to write songs and play music?
I always just say my bedroom, that's kind of where I grew up doing that. And it's just kind of, I guess, my safe space. And I have my piano, I have my guitar here. And so I always just I try to, if not like once a night, at least once a couple times like a week, I like to at least sit and just kind of strum. And I'm always writing down notes in my phone, something that pops up in my head. And but more recently, the past couple years is when I started collaborating. I think probably goes for a lot of artists. We focused on Zoom rights, through the pandemic and all that. So that's what I think really really switched for me was the collaboration. I'd always, been in my room songwriting alone. I never really
Mm.
branched out and collaborated much. It wasn't until I did a music performance program. So I did a little bit of collaboration there. But yeah, come when the pandemic came, kind of was like, well, what do I do now? I guess I could reach out to artists and songwrite. So that's what I did.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. And you played at the Sunfest Country Music Festival, and
Yeah,
you're going
yes.
back, right? Is that
So that I've played in previous years, and I actually just played last weekend. Is so their annual every August long is their festival. So I just came off. That's this week has just been a whirlwind trying to get back to reality and all of that. But that was so fun. That was so
oh,
fun.
great. I understand that you've actually three country singles in the past 3 years. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
So,
goodness. Any other highlights like
aw.
first
Well,
national
yeah, yeah, so
festival?
I went to Nashville, this past year in May, and I went with my friend Emily Kate, who's also a country artist, Canadian country artist, and, so we went down there, and that was so fun, and it's just been I feel like this year has been a very music-focused year, and that's kinda what I wanna get to, you know? I still work a part-time job, but I would love to do this full time, you know? I just live and breathe music. I want to songwrite, I want to perform. So I feel like this year has just I've totally just been focused on anything music, anything that's gonna, kind of help or
You
meeting people.
will.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
will. You will full time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
You will full time. And so, everything you're doing is just like it's all coming to you, right? Because of all
Mhm.
your
Yeah.
hard work. And
Yeah.
who are your biggest supporters?
Oh, my parents for sure. Yeah. My mom, I always say she's my momager. My dad is a huge supporter, and even I have two siblings. I have a sister and a brother, and they're right there with me. So,
Oh, that's great. And
yeah.
Jamie, what is next for you?
Well, what's next is I would love to get back into the studio. Like I say, I'm always writing. I always have ideas of what to do. So, my plan is to get into the studio this fall and try to just record a couple tunes that I'll want to release. I want to go back to Nashville next year. There's that NSAI songwriter festival, so I really want to go check that out. And just lots more performances.
No, it's wonderful. And
Yeah,
so if people want to check out your music, buy your
yeah,
record, like where can
yeah.
they go?
Yeah, so my music is everywhere. So
Yeah.
if that's Spotify, Apple Music, all that, they can check it out there. I actually just ordered my first line of I have got some t-shirts made. My
Oh,
mom, she actually designed it all and all that. So I have to work towards, putting it like online and stuff. I'm still, there's a million things to learn and I'm still very green in that sense. But hey, if you're local on the island, on Vancouver Island, you can hit me up. You can buy some merch.
I love it. I
um,
love it. And
yeah, thank you.
Jamie, is there anything else you like to add?
Let's just see. Yeah, I think just yeah, if people want to listen to my music, Stompin Ground, and then check out my music video. It'd be awesome if people check that out. I'm pretty excited about it. And I think we kind of covered everything. Yeah,
No, I love it. And I'm so, happy for you. And I'd love
thank you.
to welcome you back
Thank
on the
you.
show. And
Yeah,
yeah, just
yeah.
really, so I love your song. I love your Stomping
Thanks.
Ground. For those listening, watching,
Thanks.
buy your record, buy your music.
Yes, yeah, no, I appreciate that. Anything like that helps. So yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for your time. And I
Thank
apologize for
you.
this techno.
Oh,
It's,
no.
it
No,
looks
gosh,
weird.
it's kind of part of it, right? I'm used to it, so it's totally
Yeah.
fine, and I appreciate your patience with me hopping on.